specifically what were those concerns and why was she upset. Those are the pieces we're trying to put together, but that is the direction that we're being pointed in based on the information that we have now.
Any indication that she had any personal relationships with anybody here at YouTube?
No, we've heard, I've been asked that question several times, and we've heard that speculation. We have no information to suggest that she has any link, any connection, any relationship with any individual who was on the premises at the time of the incident. So that's not to say we may not run across that, but right now there's absolutely nothing that is substantiating that.
You know this campus pretty well as police chief, obviously. When you walk into those doors at YouTube, what kind of checks do you go through?
Well, they have a security checkpoint at the front counter there, where there are security personnel, and you have to have a badge. They issue you a badge when I go in there, I have to stop and get a badge. So my experience is it's been a pretty thorough security system, security process. But we'll sit down with YouTube and we'll reevaluate. We have a great relationship with YouTube. I can't tell you how collaborative they've been with us as a partner in the city, and even during this event, we were dealing with a large number of employees, and typically for us that would be challenging because that number of people we'd have to figure out how to get them services. A lot of people are stranded because they can't get their vehicles. They need resources, and the manner in which YouTube tended to their employees' needs in this instance was incredible and really made our jobs a little bit easier. We could focus on immediately addressing the threat, and B, focusing on the investigative steps, and it really afforded us the opportunity not to expend resources in doing what we would normally have to do in dealing with large groups of people like that. So they were prepared to tend to their employees' needs, which was very helpful for us.
And just very quickly, when you say security, you're talking security in terms of show us your ID, we'll give you a badge, rather than metal detectors, etc.?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to go back. There's a lot of buildings here. I'm not sure whether there's a metal detector system up there. I should know. I've been through the building several times in the last several hours, but that's something I'm not quite sure. I'd have to go back and take a look, and we'll revisit all of those step by step. Right now, we're focused on the crime that we're investigating, and there'll be several steps in the process as far as following up, and those will be one of them, to sit down with everybody involved and say, hey, where are there gaps, are there holes on our end, on their end, to kind of do a complete evaluation and see where we can improve and make things more secure.
And finally, any information on the weapon and whether it was legally obtained?
So there's nothing to suggest that it wasn't. So right now that we have no reason to believe that it was not legally obtained. It's a semi-automatic handgun that was located at the scene, and we've seized. But there's nothing to indicate that the gun was obtained in any type of illegal manner. I do want to recognize the critical moment that I think that's getting overlooked here is, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we had the world here. We had hundreds of law enforcement personnel here. We're very fortunate. It's a tragic. Anytime there's loss of life, it's tragic. But we're very fortunate in the way that this could have been a lot worse. And the fact that there's a handful of San Bruno officers that were here within 2 minutes of the initial call, and not only did they arrive in a timely manner, but the way that they acted once they arrived and immediately rushed into the building to address the threat, which is part of our training. But it's one thing to do in training, and it's another to do in real life. I firmly believe that the way that they acted when they got here limited the opportunity of our suspect in this case to cause even more harm to folks. So I think that there's a lot of positives out of this, and then there's areas that we can look at and see where everybody can improve.
Sure, everybody is very grateful for your work. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.